This video is brought to you by Love and Monsters. Buy it now on Blu-ray, 4K Ultra HD, and digital. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're discussing what causes the end of the world in movies.
Our survival instinct is our single greatest source of inspiration.
I will detonate the WMDs.
Now more than ever, people find themselves asking the unsettling yet eerily relevant question, how is the world gonna end? Nobody knows for sure, although Hollywood screenwriters have given us several possible nightmare scenarios over the years. Some of them seem far-fetched, while others almost sound probable. In the case of a zombie apocalypse, the likelihood is somewhere in between. Zombie outbreaks often start off in a lab where a virus is discovered or created, turning patient zero into a mindless, reanimated corpse whose sole purpose is to bite anyone with a pulse. After nibbling on a few scientists or doctors, it isn't long until the zombie plague spreads throughout the land. If the outbreak is contained to a small town composed of scrappy young heroes, there may be hope for humanity.
So, we're just gonna stand here with our thumbs up our asses? Or we're gonna go out there and save the world?
Once the zombies reach major cities, though, it's pretty much game over. That is, unless a vaccine is produced. But how do you get a zombie to take their medicine? Zombies might not be real, but if you switched out the word zombie with the infected, the scenario suddenly takes on a much more relevant meaning. Zombie movies are essentially pandemic movies with more flesh-eating. Pandemics are also popular in the end-of-the-world genre, although seeing people run away from hordes of zombies is admittedly a lot more fun. Just as there are echoes of real-world horror in zombie movies, the same can be said about the robot Uprising genre. In the same vein as zombies, technology gone wrong movies often begin with a virus, albeit one inside a computer. Given humanity's ever-growing reliance on technology, a global computer virus can cripple our economy, defense systems, and way of life with the press of a button. The cyber carnage will only be amplified if the network behind this virus gains self-awareness. This will traditionally result in a nuclear war, wiping out civilization as we know it. Those who survive Judgment Day will be left to fend off the sentient robots hell-bent on terminating what remains of our species. Of course, the technology that dooms humankind doesn't need to stem from Earth per se. Sometimes it comes in the form of a giant robot from another planet. In that case, though, would it be categorized under the robot uprising or alien invasion genre? Either way, aliens are also a common source of destruction in movies. Whereas zombies typically follow a basic blueprint, aliens can get a bit more creative in how they end the world. Maybe flying saucers will be deployed over landmarks, blowing them to smithereens. Or if flying saucers are too cliched, a tripod with laser beams and tentacles will get the job done. Depending on the type of alien, fancy toys aren't always a necessity. Some extraterrestrial beings are strong and fast enough on their own to destroy a human being with their bare hands. As advanced as aliens can be, the key to their downfall may be as insignificant as a microorganism or a change in sound frequency. Even when aliens mean no harm, trouble can still arise. After all, humanity has a bad habit of judging what they don't know or understand. The minute the mothership lands, the authorities may jump to conclusions that'll do more harm than good in the long run.
Tonight, China becomes the first world power to declare war against the aliens.
Aliens don't necessarily need to come from outer space. Sometimes they're interdimensional beings from a parallel universe. Whether you want to call them interdimensional, extra-dimensional, or other-dimensional, they can be smaller than the average human or as massive as a skyscraper. Speaking of which, kaiju have a tendency to wreak havoc on the silver screen as well. Whereas some originate from different dimensions, others are science experiments gone wrong, or even the result of chemical fallout from the destruction of an asteroid that threatened Earth. In any case, all of our nuclear warheads do not stand a chance against these gargantuan beasts, especially if they suddenly appear out of nowhere in great numbers, giving us little time to react.
The day of the monster uprising?
was the day I lost everyone.
Towers will topple, bridges will be burned, and those who try to run will only get stepped on. Honestly, our only hope is that another giant monster shows up to fight for humanity. Or perhaps beauty will vanquish the beast.
Oh my God! Are you guys seeing this right now? Are you seeing this right now? Look! Are you guys seeing this shit right now?
Okay, so far we've touched upon zombies, evil robots, aliens, and beastly titans, all of which seem fairly grounded in fiction. Nuclear war is another story, however. We're not talking about the kind that you see in science fiction pictures. Some nuclear war movies could theoretically happen, even if liberties are taken here and there. In a majority of modern Hollywood productions, the heroes trying to prevent war are American. Whichever country or group is behind the impending attack, chances are the main villain will have a thick foreign accent.
And while all the world's most important people are distracted here, I will detonate the WMDs.
There's usually a time limit to stop the attack, let's say somewhere between 72 and 24 hours, and occasionally there are a few higher-ups who are in on the conspiracy. Thankfully, there's always a team of agents, or maybe just one super spy, to save the world. When it comes to end-of-the-world movies, though, the go-to setup is typically an act of God. These can range from severe weather conditions to a massive comet on a collision course with Earth.
Let's get out of here.
Not all disasters are natural, however. In numerous cases, humanity dooms itself by not taking care of the world they were given. Maybe the government created a weapon that inadvertently stopped the Earth's core rotation.
This engine has stalled. The core of the Earth has stopped spinning.
Maybe the effects of climate change finally caught up to us. Whatever the explanation, it's up to a group of ragtag scientists to either save our world or find us a new one.
Our survival instinct is our single greatest source of inspiration.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Movies have ended the world in a variety of different ways, although there are a few staples we can expect no matter what. Large groups running from destruction, historic sites crumbling, newscasters delivering exposition, the president giving an empowering speech, an estranged couple rekindling their relationship, the authority figures who didn't listen, the hero they should have listened to, and the list goes on. The world may end, but some tropes will never die. This video is brought to you by Love and Monsters. Buy it now on Blu-ray, 4K Ultra HD, and digital.